Jingle Dancer, written by Cynthia Leitich Smith, illustrated by Cornelius van Wright and Ying-Hwa Hu. Oops. Tink, 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 sang cone-shaped jingles sewn to Grandma Wolf's dress. Every grandma bounce step brought clattering tinks as light blurred silver against jingles of tin. Jenna daydreamed at the kitchen table, tasting honey on fry bread, her heart beating to the brum, 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 brum of the powwow drum. As Moon kissed Sun goodnight, Jenna shifted her head on Grandma Wolf's shoulder. I want to jingle dance too. Next powwow you could dance girls, Grandma Wolf answered, but we don't have enough time to mail-order tins for rolling jingles. Again and again, Jenna watched a videotape of Grandma Wolf jingle dancing. When Grandma Wolf bounce-stepped on TV, Jenna bounce-stepped on family room carpet. But Jenna's dress would not be able to sing. It needed 4 rows of jingles. As sun fetched morning, Jenna danced east to Great Aunt Sis's porch. Jenna's bounce steps crunched autumn leaves, but her steps didn't jingle. Once again, Great Aunt Sis told Jenna a Muskogee Creek story about Bat. Although other animals had said he was too small to make a difference, Bat won a ball game by flying high and catching a ball in his teeth. Rising sunlight reached through a window pane and flashed against, what was it hanging in Aunt Sis's bedroom? Jingles on a dress too long quiet. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Aunt Sis's dress would lose its voice. You may, Aunt Sis answered, rubbing her calves. My legs don't work so good anymore. Will you dance for me? I will, said Jenna with a kiss on Aunt Sis's cheek. Now Jenna's dress needed 3 more rows. As Sun arrived at Mid-Circle, Jenna skipped south to Mrs. Scott's brand new duplex. At Jenna's side, jingles clinked. Mrs. Scott led Jenna into the kitchen. Once again, Jenna rolled dough, and Mrs. Scott fried it. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Mrs. Scott's dress would lose its voice. You may, Mrs. Scott answered, tossing flour with her apron. At powwow, I'll be busy selling fry bread and Indian tacos. Will you dance for me? I will, said Jenna with a high five. Now, Jenna's dress needed 2 more rows. As Sun caught a glimpse of Moon, Jenna strolled west to Cousin Elizabeth's apartment. At Jenna's side, jingles clanked. Elizabeth had arrived home late from the law firm. Once again, Jenna helped Elizabeth carry in her files. May I borrow enough jingles to make a row? Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Elizabeth's dress would lose its voice. You may, Elizabeth answered, burrowing through her messy closet for her jingle dress. This weekend, I'm working on a big case and can't go to powwow. Will you dance for me? I will, said Jenna, clasping her cousin's hands. Now Jenna's dress needed 1 more row of jingles, but she didn't know where to turn. As Moon glowed pale, Jenna shuffled north to Grandma Wolf's. At Jenna's side, Jingle sat silent. High above, clouds wavered like worried ghosts. When Jenna tugged open the door, Jingle sang, tink, 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 tink. Grandma Wolf was jingle dancing on TV. Jenna breathed in every hey-ah, hey-oh of a powwow song. Her heart beat, brum, 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 to the pounding of the drum. On family room carpet, beaded moccasins waited for Jenna's feet. She shucked off a sneaker and slipped on a moccasin that had long before danced with Grandma Wolf. Jenna knew where to find her fourth row. "May I borrow enough jingles to make a row?" Jenna asked, not wanting to take so many that Grandma Wolf's dress would lose its voice. "You may," Grandma said with a hug. Now Jenna's dress could sing. Every night that week, Jenna helped Grandma Wolf sew on jingles and bring together the dance regalia. Every night, Jenna practiced her bounce steps. Brum, 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 brum sounded the drum at the powwow the next weekend. As light blurred silver, Jenna jingle danced for Great Aunt Sis, whose legs ached. For Mrs. Scott, who sold fry bread. For Elizabeth, who worked on her big case. And for Grandma Wolf, who warmed like the sun. Tink, 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 tink. The end. So at the back of the book, she has an author's note that I'll read. In this story, Jenna is a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation and is also of a Chippewa, and Anishinaabe descent. She lives in a contemporary intertribal community and family in Oklahoma. Creek Nation is located in 10 counties in east central Oklahoma and has more than 44,000 enrolled members. The story of Bat that Great Aunt Sis retells to Jenna is a Muskogee traditional story. Ball games have been played by Native peoples for many, many generations, and stories about such games between the animals and birds have been told by peoples of various regions of the Americas. The home of the Ojibwa people is the Great Lakes region of the United States and Canada. Ojibwa women and the other Native women of Canada are often credited as the first jingle dancers, although today's graceful, dignified jingle dancers include girls and women of most Native nations. A number of traditional stories explain the origin and purpose of the jingle dress dance, and most touch on the themes of healing and prayer. Jingle dresses are usually made from fabric and solid in color. Hundreds of jingles are sewn directly onto the dress, or more often onto ribbons, fabric, or tape attached to the dress. These jingles are traditionally made from the silver tin or aluminum lids of snuff cans, which are rolled into cones. However, some other metals are used, including gold canning lids. The jingles make a tink-tink noise that is often compared to rain falling on a tin roof. In the past few years, more and more dresses have incorporated fringe and ribbon work, lace, sequins, and other details. Oops. And then she goes on to and then has a little glossary too. I'll just keep reading that. The regalia may also include a scarf, cuffs, a bag or pouch carried in the left hand, an eagle wing or a tail fan carried in the right hand, a conch or beaded belt, and boots or moccasins with leggings. Most dancers wear their hair in one braid with a feather held by a barrette or other ornament. Some dancers wear two braids to the front with barrettes. A new dancer is a cause for joy and for her family to have a small giveaway to honor her. Fine gifts are given not to the person being honored, but to others instead. The giveaway shows humility before the Creator, generosity, and pride in the honoree. The number 4 is emphasized in Jenna's story. Many Native people believe that it is an important, even sacred number, symbolizing, for example, the 4 directions, 4 seasons, 4 stages of life, and 4 colors of man. So fry bread is a deep fried bread that's often topped with honey or jam, or whatever you want, or you could just eat it by itself. Indian taco is A taco with fried bread for a base. Toppings may include chicken, turkey, duck, hamburger, elk, or venison, along with grated cheddar, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, chives, salsa, and sour cream. So, powwow. I thought this is a good glossary because a lot of people don't understand what powwow is. So, powwow is a Native American social and spiritual event that includes dancing, drumming, singing, eating, and sometimes camping, trading, storytelling, rodeos, or film and art shows to celebrate and preserve traditions. Some are ceremonial and private in nature, while others are open to the public. Powwows are held at various times of the year, although most take place in the summer. In this story, the powwows are intertribals. Native people of many nations participate in such pan-Indian events. And then regalia. Regalia is the highly valued clothing and accessories of a dancer, not to be confused with a costume. And that's definitely not a costume. Regalia is sometimes handed down from one generation to the next. Years are often spent bringing together the various pieces, all of which are handmade. They carry spiritual significance, and that's why it's not a costume.